If you're sitting in your dorm room hitting easy apply on LinkedIn for 3 hours straight, you are not job hunting. You are gambling. And the house, the ATS system, is rigged to win. I applied to hundreds of jobs online and heard back nothing. But the biggest opportunities of my career, interviews at Goldman Sachs, RBC Wealth Management, Fidelity, and the full-time role that I have now, came when I wasn't even applying, and it didn't come from AI. They came because I learned how to make other people job search for me and with me. My name's Nate. I went from a non-target school with zero family connections in finance to landing a wealth management internship at JP Morgan from a cold apply. But when that full-time offer got pulled due to restructuring, I was back at square one. I had to claw my way back, eventually landing a senior associate level role at a major investment firm that required 3 to 5 years of experience, fresh out of college, and earning interview invites from Goldman, RBC, and Fidelity along the way. Here's the system I used to do it. Here's the scary truth. I graduated college without a full-time job. I had a JP Morgan internship my junior year. I thought I was set. Then the banking crisis hit and the return offer vanished. I spent my senior year grinding, networking, and getting ghosted. Fast forward to 2 weeks before graduation. I get a ping about a senior associate business development role at BNY Dreyfus. The job description said it requires 3 to 5 years of experience. 3 weeks and 5 interviews later, I got the offer. But I didn't find that job on LinkedIn. The faculty advisor of my investment club knew a student who interned at BNY the prior summer. That intern knew a manager who was hiring. Word got around that I was looking, and my name was passed directly to the hiring manager. And that application found me because I had a network of scouts. Today, I'm going to teach you how to stop hunting alone and start building your network of scouts. You're probably thinking, Nate, I don't know anyone. How can people help me if I'm a nobody? That was me. And I used to think networking was transactional. I give you a resume and you give me a referral or a job, but that's wrong. Think about my Fidelity story. Senior year, I went to a generic student org event, a panel with local Fidelity reps. It wasn't even a recruiting event. Most students sat in the back, played on their phones, and left as soon as the event ended. I sat in the front, I asked questions, and when it ended, I walked up to the branch manager from Fidelity. I didn't ask for a job. I just gave her my elevator pitch, told her I was a senior, interned at JPM, and was looking for my next step. I handed her my resume, connected on LinkedIn with a thank you note, and forgot about it. 2 weeks later, she emailed me and said, I have a role opening up and I thought you'd be a good fit. She sent me the application and connected me to a few members of the team to learn more. Therefore, you need to stop treating people like ATMs dispensing jobs and start treating them like scouts. I planted the seed with the branch manager. When the role opened up, she found me. So the recruiting tactic here is the post-game handshake. First off, if you're not already attending these events on campus with real professionals with real jobs at companies that you want to work for, you should start attending them. And when you do, never leave an event without introducing yourself to the speaker or speakers. Take notes during their presentation, ask good questions, and you can use the script when introducing yourself. Hey Sarah, I really enjoyed your point about XYZ. My name's Nate. I'm currently exploring roles in the wealth management sector. I'd love to connect on LinkedIn to keep up with your work. That's it. If you've made a good first impression, came off as competent, and shared relevant details about yourself, not your whole life story, you've now recruited a potential scout. Stop ignoring the people around you, your classmates, faculty, professors. They could be your highest ROI asset. Now you might be thinking, but Nate, all of my friends are broke college students too, and my professors don't work in my target industry. How can they help me get a job? Remember the BNY job that I got? The one that required 3 to 5 years of experience? I didn't know the hiring manager. I didn't know the team, but I knew the faculty advisor of Panther Equity, the student org that I was actively a part of, and I knew my peers in the investment club. Because I was obsessed with providing value to that club as president And because I stayed close to our faculty advisor, my name was the first one that popped up when that Whisper network chain started. It went from hiring manager to former intern to faculty advisor to Nate. If I had just gone to class and gone home, I would be unemployed right now. But because I was visible in my ecosystem, the opportunity found me. Another opportunity from my senior year came from a classmate who interned at RBC Wealth Management the prior summer. One day during our fixed income lecture, he stood up and told the class that his office was hiring. I went up to him after class and asked for more details. Since we worked together on group projects in the past, and he was familiar with my quality of work, he introduced me to folks at the office, which led to multiple rounds of interviews that I wouldn't have gotten had I applied on LinkedIn. So a recruiting tactic that you can take home is doing like a peer audit. Identify 5 people in your classes or your clubs, could be peers or even faculty, who are ahead of you. They might have interned somewhere the prior summer or are just good at the recruiting game. Don't ask for a referral, ask them for intel. You could say, hey, I saw you interned at X company last summer. I'm looking at their client associate role for this year. Any specific skills that you think I should highlight on my resume to catch their eye? When they see that you're serious, they will naturally think of you when they hear of openings. Now, if you want to keep track of these scouts, your peers, professors, connections, you can't keep it in your head. I have a free application and network tracker that helps you log who you talk to and when to follow up. Link is in the description below. You are one good conversation away from your golden opportunity. You might be thinking, does cold outreach actually work? I feel like I'm bothering people. This is probably one of my favorite stories. I applied to Goldman Sachs for 3 years straight. Rejected, ghosted, rejected, and probably ghosted again. It felt personal. And then, my senior year, I had a simple coffee chat with an associate at Goldman. I didn't beg for an interview. I asked smart questions and shared my story about the JP Morgan restructuring. I treated him like a human, not a gatekeeper. And a few weeks later, an email appeared in my inbox, an invitation to interview at Goldman Sachs. He had passed my resume along to a hiring manager after our coffee chat. I actually declined that interview because I had already accepted my offer at BNY. But I want you to think about that. 3 years of official applications got me 0 results. One 20-minute conversation led to my golden ticket. The main point I'm trying to get across here is that the algorithm hates you. And people generally like you. Stop fighting the algorithm. And the recruiting tactic that you should be using here, which I failed to do myself, but definitely would do if I could go back, is the updates protocol. After your coffee chat, set a reminder in 30 days. Or if you're using the free spreadsheet I mentioned, link in the description below, it'll plot out those dates for you. Send them an update. It can be as simple as, hey John, just wanted to say thanks again for the advice on topic XYZ. I actually used that tip in an interview last week and it went great. Hope you're having a good quarter. This keeps your scout active. When a job opens up, they remember the kid who actually listened. I was able to turn down Goldman and RBC because I had built a system that generated options for me. And I want you to have the same leverage. If you're tired of shouting into the void and want to build a strategy that actually gets you hired in high finance, I want to help you build it. Book a free call with us in the description below. We'll look at your current strategy, see where the holes are, and we'll see if you're a good fit from our From Scratch to Success mentorship program. Stop applying and start scouting. Let's cook. We'll see you over there.